Okay. Okay. So let's see deleting duplicate records. Tip 4. Okay, now? Then. So this is the table. So in this table, the table contains duplicates. There are two duplicate rows. I want to delete these duplicate rows. How to delete? First, create the table. So table is there. Select start from MP44. No. So create table what? EMP44, EMP ENVO integer, ENVO integer, ename what? Varchar of 10. Next one, salary what? Money type. Create the table, insert data into the table, insert into EMP44 values 1A, suppose 5000, 2B 6000, 3C 7000. Next what? 1A 5000, 2B 6000, 3C 7000. Insert these rows into the table. The table is created with 6 rows. Now see the table. Select star from what? EMP44. Okay. Then. So this table contains duplicates. I want to remove these duplicates. Okay. No? Then there are 3 duplicates. I want to remove these duplicates. So if I use distinct, what? I'm using distinct. Simple. Duplicates are removed or not? Yes. Then that's all. But duplicates are removed only output. You see that. But still the duplicates are there in the table. Distinct will eliminate duplicates only from the output, not from the actual table. But is asking to delete the duplicates from table. Then what is the step 1? Step 1. See, generate what's that? Row numbers within the group of what? ENBO ename salary. Generate the row numbers within the group of number name salary. Make this number name salaries one group. Within the group, generate the row numbers. That is my first step. But how to generate the row numbers within the group? How to generate the row numbers within the group? One second. See, suppose you go to the then. So number name salary comma, department number from EMP. This is actual old EMP table. I want to generate the row numbers. Then I want to generate the row numbers. To generate the row numbers, then what? There is a function row number. You have to say over order by EMP NO ascending. You have to mention the field name based on which field you want to generate the row numbers. First, it will sort employee number wise ascending. After sorting employee number wise ascending, then gives the row numbers. First record 1, second record 2, third record 3, fourth record 4, like this. So first employee numbers, how it is arranged? It is arranged employee number wise ascending. After arranging, then gives the row numbers. First record 1, second record 2, like this. But I want to generate the row numbers within the department. I want to generate the row numbers. This is row numbers in the whole table. But I want to generate the row numbers within the department. Then how? To generate the row numbers within the department, then we use one. What is that is called? Partition by department number. Partition by department number. That means what happens is 10th becomes one partition, 20 becomes one partition, 30 becomes one partition. So within the partition, it will generate the row numbers. Let's see how. See this 10. This is one partition. 10th department, one partition. Now it is generated the row numbers within the 10th department. 1, 2, 3. 20th is one partition. Now it is generated the row numbers within the 20th. 30th is one partition. It is generated the row numbers within the partition. So it is generated the row numbers within the partition, not in the whole table. Understood? And now what is my requirement is generate the row numbers within the partition of number, name, salary. If number, name, salary is same, then make it one partition. Your department numbers are same, you are making one partition. Like that. Number, name, salary is same, then make it one partition. Now then tell me how to write the query. Select what's it? Number, name, salary. Next one, what? Row number over then partition by what? ENO name, sir. Sir, department means department is same. That becomes one partition. Here what? Number, name, salary is same. That becomes one partition. How many partitions are created? How many partitions are created? 3 partition. What is the first one? 1A, 5,000. What is the second one? 2B, 6,000. What is the third one? 3C. So then, next, within the partition, arrange based on employee number, ENO ascending, as RNO from EMP, what? 44. Okay. That's all here. Everything is there here. Then, if number, name, salaries are same, making one partition. 1A 5,000 becomes one partition. 2B 6,000 becomes one partition. 3C 7,000 becomes what? One partition. 3C 7,000 becomes one partition. Yes. How many partitions created? 3 partition. Now what it does? It will generate the row numbers within the partition. What this is? 1. What is this row number? 2. What is the row number? 1. Here 1. What is the row number? 2. Here 1. Here 2. That's it. So generate the row numbers within the partition. Yes. Okay. Then next one. After generating the row numbers within the partition, next what? Okay, now first step is completed. Next step is simple now. Then to delete the duplicates, delete the records with row number greater than 1. Delete the records with row number greater than 1. So step 2. Step 2, to delete duplicates. To delete duplicate rows, delete the records with what? Delete the records with a row number greater than 1. To delete duplicates, delete the records with row number greater than 1. Then how? Then. So can I write like this? Where row number greater than 1? First, let me run this query. Execute this query. See this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes. Row number 1, 2. Row number 1, 2, 1, 2. Now delete the records with row number greater than 1. So can I write like this? Where what? Row number greater than 1. Yes or no? No. Yesterday, complete class, we discussed about this one. Then, what is this is alias. Alias cannot be used in where class. What is the solution? Derived table. Derived table. Select. Derived table. What is select? Start from bracket open. Next what? Bracket close as E. Next where row number greater than 1. What it is showing? It is showing, but I don't want to show. I want to delete. Then instead of select what? Delete. Possible? No. That's what I said. Derived tables, outer query cannot be DML, outer query must be select. Then what is the solution? In derived tables, outer query cannot be DML, outer query must be select. Then CTE. What? CTE. How to use CTE? With E as, then with E as bracket. With E as bracket. That means first this query is executed. First, what's it? This query. This whole query is executed. This query output is stored in E. This query is executed, yes or no? See that this query is executed. This query output is stored in E. This is E. This is E table. Then, so from E table, what do you want to do? Delete. Then what? Delete from what? E, where row number greater than 1. So deleting from E means deleting from, if you delete from E means deleting from EMP44. Any action performed on CTE, that action is performed on table. Whatever command you execute on CTE, that command is actually executed on base table. So if you delete from E, the data is deleted from EMP. If you update E, it is updated in EMP. Okay, na? Then. Now what happens? So this command delete the records with row number greater than 1. This record row number is greater than 1. Deleted. This record row number is greater than 1. Deleted. This record row number is greater than 1. Deleted. So let me run this. 3 rows affected. 3 rows affected. Then. So 3 rows, what's that? Deleted. Yes. Then now see the table. Select start from what? EMP44. That's original records are kept, duplicates are removed. That's it. Next. That's it. So okay now? Then. So what the first step is? First step is group the records with number, name, salary. Next one. After grouping the records with number, name, salary, then generate the what's row numbers within the group. For generating the row numbers, we are using what's partition bar. So after generating the row numbers within the partition, next delete the records with row number greater than 1. That's okay. Then suppose there is a customer table is there. For example, what? There is a customer table is there. Okay, na? There is a customer table. Select start from what's that? Customers. Not there. Okay. So then there is a what? Suppose just go and see this. Select star from what's it? Customers. Okay. Okay. Leave it. Suppose there is a customer table is there. So the customer table contains duplicates. But I want to delete the duplicates based on the email ID. If email ID is a duplicate, then delete. Then what you have to say? Partition by email ID. Everything is same. What? Partition by email ID. Delete the duplicates based on the email ID. Then partition by email ID. Delete the duplicates based on ID. Then partition by ID. Delete the duplicates based on the name. Then partition by name. But delete the duplicates based on all the fields. Consider all the fields. Then you have to write all the field names. You have to write all field names. Okay. That's all. So this is the query to delete duplicates. Okay, na? Next. Sir, here, suppose once again I'm inserting this rows. Then once again I'm inserting this rows. Once again, let me copy this to this here also. Okay, then just copying to the notes. Sir, okay. Then suppose here once again I'm inserting, executing this command. Now, so duplicates are there or not? Select star from what? EMP, what's it? 44. So duplicates are there. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, like this. Yes. Then one procedure already know. This is one procedure. Okay, now that's it. This is the actual procedure. But what is the another one is then, sir, copy this data to, okay, na? Then copy what's it? Select star from EMP44. Okay, select what's it? Distinct star. Distinct star will eliminate the duplicates. Okay, na? Then you do one thing. Copy this data to some temporary table. Copy this data to the temporary. How to copy the data to the temporary? You have to say into temp. Into what's it? Temp. What is this is? Table. One table is created with name temp. Okay, na? Just automatically it creates one table with name temp. What is copied to this temp? This query output. This query output is copied to this temp table. What is this query output? Distinct rows. Duplicates are eliminated. So distinct rows are copied to this table. Let's see. Run this command. 3 rows, what's that? Affected. 3 rows affected. Now see the table. What is the table? Select star from what's that? Temp. Select star from temp. Okay, then. So next. Then suppose, but still, then select star from what? EMP44. Yes. So this table is there now. Then do one thing. Then what's that? Drop the table. What's that? EMP44. EMP44 table is drop. Then next one. Rename what? SP rename temp to EMP44. SP rename temp to EMP44. Okay. Now see the EMP44 table. Select star from EMP44. Duplicates are what? Eliminated. Yes or no? It is not direct procedure, indirect. First step is what? create one temporary table. To the temporary table, what you copy? Only distinct rows. Copy the distinct rows to the temporary table. So another method 2. Okay, then. So what is the step 1? Copy what's it? Distinct rows to what? Temporary table. How? Then select star into temp from EMP 44. Okay, then. So that distinct rows are copied to select what? Distinct star. So distinct rows are copied to this temporary table. That is the first step. What is the second step? Second step, what? Okay, na? Then. So next, drop what's it? Old table. Drop table EMP 44. Then how to drop? Drop table EMP 44. Step 3. Then rename what's it? Temp to EMP 44. Then how to rename? SP rename temp to EMP 44. That's it. So this is another. Okay. Then that's so this is how to delete WhatsApp duplicates. That so this is example 2, deleting the duplicates. Next, suppose example 3. CTE. I'm just giving CTE examples. And one is table 1 is there. Table 1, 10, 20, 30. In table 1, there is a field 1. Table 2 is there. In table 2, there is a field 1. Suppose. What is A, B, C? A, B, C. What the question is, then join these two tables. They want output like 10A, 20B, 10A, 20B, 30C, 10A, 20B, 30C. Okay, now then I want output. So join this 10 with A, join this 20 with B, join this 30 with C. To join this, but there is no common field. There is no common field. But I want to join the rows without common field. Then how? Join these two tables without common field. Then so create what's it? Table T1 F1 what? Integer. Next insert into F1 values what? 10, next 20, next 30. Okay. Create table what's it? T2. Next one F1. This is char of 1. Insert into T2 values what? A. Next B. Next C. Okay. Then so just create two tables. So this is table 1. It is saying table is already there. Drop table. What's it? T1. If table is already there, drop. So create the table. Table is created. F name F1. Sorry. What? T1. What is the table name? T1. So one second. Drop table. What's it? T1. Then drop table. What? T1. Okay. Now create this table T1. Table is created. Create the table T2. Again T2 is also there. Then drop table what? T2. So table is dropped. Now create the table T2. Yes. Now the two tables are there. So T1, T2. But what do you want to do? You want to join these two tables. Select star from T1, select star from T2. Then T1, T2. Then, sir, I want to join these two tables. I want to show side by side. Okay, na? But common field is not there. Then how? Hmm? Tell me what is the join condition to get this one? What is the join condition? See, if non-equi, see, common field is not there means it's not that non-equi join. Is asking this should be joined to this one. This should be joined to this one. This should be joined to this one. Then you have to find what is the condition. In non-equi join also you write condition. What is the condition to get this output? Hmm? Okay, na? To get the output, to get this required output, what is the join condition? How can you compare 10A? 10A is always not equal. 10A is always not equal. This is not equal to this. This is not equal to this. Then okay, na? Then so here actually, sir, if something is like this, if common field is not there, then you do one thing. You generate the common field. You generate. How to generate the common field? Row number. You generate the common field by using row number. Generate the row number for this 1, 2, 3. Here also generate the row numbers 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 common. Then join. So then what? See how to generate the row number. Then select what? Row number over order by what is the field name? Order by F1. Order by F1. What's it? Ascending as row in O F1 from T1. Then so I'm generating the row number. See, this is the table 1. From table 1, I'm selecting the field 1 plus also generating what? Row number. Next. Next one. So similarly, what? Similarly, what's it? Table 2. Similarly, what? Table 2. Then row number 1. What is this is field name? Here also field name is F1. Ascending. Then, so execute this query. Then 1, 2, 3 ABs. So in these two tables, any common field is there? Yes. What is the common field? Row number. Now join these two tables based on this row number. Yes. Now you have to join the query output. Yes or no? Then how to join this query output? First query output, second query output. Store this first query output in one table. Then with what's it? Suppose with some A. Okay, na? Then store this first query output in some table. Next one, comma. Second query output in some table. So store the first query output in one table, second query output in another table. Okay. So first one output in one table, second query output in another table. What is A contains? Now A is like a table. What is A contains? Two fields. A table contains two fields. What is the first field name? RNO. Second field name? F1. B table contains two fields. One field is RNO. One field is F1. This query output is stored in B. This query output is stored in A. A contains two fields. B contains two fields. Join this A and B based on row number. Then what? Select what? Select what's it? From. Select star from A. What? Inner join B on A dot row number equals to B dot row number. So joining this A and B table based on the row number. A dot what's it? F1. B dot F1. Selecting the F1 from A table, selecting the F1 from B table. Okay, then now let's see. So then select keyword select with a as sorry what is missing as with a as. So 10, 20, 30 ABC. That's okay. Understood that. So, but to join these two tables, you need a common field. Common field is not there. Then you generate the common field. How? By using row number. With the help of row number, generate the common field. Okay, then. So we'll see one more next. Sir, example, there is a table T1. There is a table T1. In T1, there is a field amount. Amounts are like this 1000 minus 200, 2000 minus 500. Okay, suppose 5000. Okay, na? Minus 600 something. This is the table. So this table contains amounts what's that? Positives and negatives. What is the output I want? I want positives and negatives. Positives and negatives. Positives in one column, negatives in another column. This is 1000 minus 200. This is 2000 minus 400. This is 5000, then minus 700, like this. So show positives in one column, negatives in one column. Separate positives and negatives. How? How to do this? Okay, then. Sir, here, then first again create the table. Sir, drop table what? T1. Create table what? T1. T1 what? Amount. Amount money, something. Okay. Insert into T1 values what? Okay, na? So 1000 next minus 200 next 2000 next minus 400 next 5000 next comma minus what's it? 700. Let's insert. So create the table, insert. Okay, then 6 rows inserted. Table is created. The data is what? Inserted into the table. Next. After this, then what? Then so select star from what? T1. Select star from T1. This is the table. So contains positives and negatives. But what you have to do? Separate. Then select what's that amount from T1 where amount greater than 0. Tell me what is this query returns? Positives. Select what amount from T1 where amount less than 0. Then amount less than 0. Then what is this query returns? Negative. This query returns positive. This query returns negative. Okay, then do one thing. So store the first query output in one table, second query output in one table. Join these two tables. First query output in one table, second query output in one table. How to store this output? Huh? With but to join these two tables, there should be a common field. Then not there. Then generate. You generate the common field. How? By using what? Row number. Row number over order by amount what? Ascending as RNO. So then here also what's that? Same thing. Then So second query also same thing. Generate the row numbers. Okay, comma amount. So then, sir, first query, this is the first query output. First query gives positive value, second query gives negative values. Then join these two tables based on the row name. Okay, na? Then how to join this? Then see here what's it from T1. Next, store this what with P as okay. Then comma. Next one with N as from T1. Next amount less than 0. So first query output is stored in P, second query output is stored in N. So join this P and N. P contains how many fields? P contains how many fields means this query output. This query output contains how many fields? Two fields, RNO amount. N contains two fields, RNO amount. Any common is there? Yes, RNO. Then select what's it? P dot amount, N dot amount. Select amount from P table, amount from N table. I'm selecting amounts from P and N. From what? P. Next, inner join N on what? P dot row number equals to N dot row number. That's all. So positives and negatives separated, displayed side by side. That's all. Sometimes writing a single query may be difficult. You need to break it into multiple and combine. Here, breaking into two queries. One is positive, one is negative. Next, later you are combining the outputs. So that is what CT is. Okay. Then next. That's so. This is what's at CT examples. Okay. Next. What are the next? Hmm? Next one. All this is completed. Single row, multi-row, correlated, derived tables, and what's it? Derived tables and CTs. Next what? Scalar. Then let's see one example. Okay, scalar subqueries. Scalar subqueries. Okay, now then. So if you write what's that subqueries in select are called scalar subqueries. If you write subqueries in select, they're called scalar subqueries. Okay. Up to now, where you written subqueries, you written in what's that where class. You written in subqueries in where class. We written subqueries in okay na from. We written subqueries in from class. We are two writing subqueries in where class, writing subqueries in from. Next, now we are going to write subqueries in what? Select. If you write subqueries in select, they are called scalar subqueries. Okay, then. So, like this, select what's up? Select statement, comma, what? Select statement. comma, select statement. So on. Then from what table name? Next, if you want, you can have where condition. That's so. This is then. What are these subqueries? You are writing subqueries in select. If you write subqueries in select, they are called scalar subqueries. Okay, then. Understood? Then. Actually, what should be there here? What should be there here? Huh? What should be there? Column names. In place of column names, you are writing the query. In place of what? Column names, you are writing what's that? Query. That means this query output acts like a column. Here the subquery output what? Subquery output acts like a column. Okay, na? Then. So the subquery output acts like what? Depends on where you write. You write it in where class, then you write it in where class. If you write it in where class, the output acts like a, yeah, you write select statement. Yes. Then next we written select statement like this, subquery like this. Now we are writing subquery in select. That's you write it in where class. This output acts like a value. You write it in from class. The output acts like a table. You write it in select. The output acts like a column. So the subquery output acts like what? Depends on where you write. Okay. Then so that means you want to use how you want to use. You want to use subquery output as a value. Write it in where class. You want to use the subquery output as a table. Write it in from. You want to use the subquery output as a column. Then select. So then when we use this scalar subquery, use scalar subquery to show the query output, to show the query output in separate column. You want to show the query output in what? Separate column. So that case use scalar subquery. Okay, then. So suppose let's take, for example, okay, select count star from EMP. Select count star from EMP. What it returns? Select count star from EMP. What it returns? Number of rows in EMP table. How many rows are there in EMP? Number of rows in EMP. How many rows are there in EMP? 11 rows. Okay, then select star from DEPT. Select star from DEPT. Number of rows in department. I want to show this value side by side. Number of rows in EMP, number of rows in department. Then how to write it? Select what's that? Select count star from EMP as EMP. Then select count star from DEPT as DEPT. Okay, na? Then select count star from EMP as select count star from DEPT. First query output, second query output. First query output is displayed in one column, second query output is displayed in another column. You see this 11.4. Understood now? Then what is executed first? Subqueries are executed first. So what is the first subquery? 11 as EMP. What is the second subquery? 4. 4 as DEPT. Outer query is executed like this. 11 as EMP, 4 as DEPT. Outer query is executed like this. Understood? That. But if you select from this from EMP, then what? I select from EMP. Then what happens? So, sir, select one from EMP. So tell me what. No, I'm selecting one from EMP. What are the output? Error. You see, one is displayed 11 times. Why? Value one is displayed 11 times. Why it is displayed 11 times? Because 11 rows are there. Because 11 rows. Whatever you write it here, that is executed for every row. Okay, na? Then you write hello. Then select hello. Hello is displayed only time. Select hello from EMP. Hello is displayed 11 times. That's all. Whatever you write it here, that is executed for every row. EMP table contains 11 rows. This is executed 11 times. Suppose if I select from DEPT, then so that DEPT table 4 rows. That's why hello is displayed 4 times. Okay, na? Then here also, then you execute like this. So 11 and 4 is displayed only one time. But if I execute from EMP, then if I execute from EMP, not error. 11 and 4 is displayed how many times? 14, 11 times. Because 11 rows are there. If I select from DEPT, then this 11 and 4. Because already this query is executed, this query returns some constant value. If you select that constant value from DEPT, that value is displayed as many times as many rows are there in the table. Okay, na? That's why don't select from table. Leave it. If you leave it, then it is displayed only once. Okay, na? So what is this subquery is called? This subquery is called scalar subquery. Okay, next. Suppose, for example, what I want is display sir department wise total salary. How? You already know. I want to calculate department wise total salary. Then what? Select what sir? Select department number. Then salary now. What I'm asking, department wise total salary. Then calculate total salary department wise. Then how to calculate the total sum of salary from what? EMP next. Then that's all here. Here this is that's what database means. That's all. Here what if this is what is the operation? Which operation? If this is a requirement, which operation? If this requirement, which operation? That's all. If you can able to identify, you can able to understand the queries easily. You can able to write. So department wise, particular field wise, max, min, sum, average, count, then group by. Okay, na? Particular field wise, you want to calculate max, min, sum, average, count, then group by. So I want department wise. Then what you have to say? Group by department number. So this sum is calculated for each department, not from the whole table. It is calculated for each department. Once again, I changed the table bus. So let me recreate the table. Okay, then. So table data I changed then. So let me create. Then so what? Drop table what? EMP. Create the table. So table is created. Next. Okay. Then see what I'm asking department wise total salary. So this sum is calculated for each department. How many departments are there? 3, 10, 20, 30. So it's calculate 10th department, 20th department like this. What this is? Department total salary. This is what? Department total salary. Sir, okay na? 10th department, how much? 20th, how much? 30th, how much? Okay, then next. Then, so after this, then in the next column, I want to show the total salary paid to all. In the next column, I want to show total salary paid to all. Means total salary expenditure. Total salary expenditure. Then you understood now? In the next column, show the total salary expenditure. What is the total salary expenditure? Select what? Sum of salary from EMP. What is the total salary expenditure? 29,025. Next column, I want to show that 29,025. So that how it is useful? It is useful to compare what is the total expenditure. In the total expenditure, how much is spent to 10? How much is spent to 20? This is used for comparison. Then how to display the total salary in the next column? Again, comma. Then what? Sum salary. Then sum of what? Salary. Sum of salary. Yes. Okay. Then what happens? You written how many times? 2 times. 2 times it will show same value. You written 2 times now. Some salary you written 2 times. 2 times it will show same value. But here, what do you want? You want to calculate the sum salary from the whole table for each department. Whole table. Then, sir, here, this is executed what? After group by now, before group by now. After group by. If something is executed after group by means it is calculated for each department. If executed before group by means it is calculated from whole table. Understand this. If executed after group by means it is calculated for each department, each group. But if it is executed before group by means it is calculated from whole table. Then you do one thing, execute sum salary before group by. How to execute the sum salary before group by? To execute the sum salary before group by, write it in subquery. Write it in what, sir? Subquery. Because if you write it in subquery, which is executed first? Subquery is executed. That means the subquery is executed before group by or after group by? Before group by. That means it is calculated from whole table. Yes. Then as total salary. Let's see. So 29,025 is what? The total expenditure. In that, how much is spent to 10th department? 8750. Sir, okay now? Then. So now, next what, sir? Suppose this query gives what? Then this query gives this output. So it shows department wise total. Then next. Then next one. What is the next one? Suppose here, then. Next. Let's see. So what I want to display what's that? Department number. Next one. Department total salary. Next one. Total salary. I want this output. So department number, department total salary. Okay. So that. What is the difference between this sum sal and this sum sal? What is the difference between this sum sal and this sum sal? If you write it in subquery, if you don't write it in subquery, what is the difference? If you write it like this, it is executed after group by. If you write it in subquery, it is executed what? Before group by. If it is executed before group by, then it is calculated from whole table. If it is executed after group by, it is calculated for each department. Okay, then now let's see. Then sir, here Then here what now? So like IPOSM uh, mm, functions, package, triggers. Okay. 1 week to 10 days.
1 week, 10 days.
4
o'clock ఏమన్నా
4 o'clock late.
అదే.
Then what? So then now let's see. Sir, okay now? Then sir, suppose again just display what's it? Department number, department total salary, percentage. I want to show the percentage. That means how much is spent to 10 the department from the total expenditure. How much is spent to 10 the department? How much is spent to 20? How much is spent to 30? I want to show this in percentage. Then it is easy, user. So to which department spending more, to which department spending less, easily can identify if you show it in percentage. So tell me how to calculate the percentage. I want to calculate the 10th department percentage. How much is spent to 10th department? Then, so simple. Department total salary by total salary into 100. Department total by total into 100. And then see this. Same query. Then what do you have to say? Comma. Then what is the department total? Department total salary by total salary. Department total. How to calculate the department total? Sum sal. You write sum sal. If you write sum sal, it is calculated for department by total salary. Then total salary. Then total salary from the whole table. Then already you written boss this by this. This by this, na? Yes or no? Sum salary by then select what? Sum of salary from EMP. So this is department total. This is total, whole table total. Then into what's it? 100 into 100 as PCT. So run this then. So how much is spent to 10th department? 30. From the total expenditure, 30% is spent to 10. 37% spent to 20. 32% spent to 30th department. Okay. Then what this is called? Calculating share. Calculating what's it? Share. Then that's all. Okay, now then. So then otherwise what's it? Suppose like if you feel somewhat difficult, then you do one thing. Remove this expression, then store this in what's it? Table with E as then store this in one table. And then what? Select what's it? Select what do you want to show? Department number. Next one. Department total. Already this is you given name. Can I use that name here? Sir, it is in inner query. Can I use that name in outer query? Yes. Then what? Department total salary, comma. Next one. Total salary, comma. DPT total sal by total sal into 100 as PCT from E. Not from EMP, from E, from E table. That's all. So you declared aliases, we can use that alias in outer query. Then let's see. same outputs. Understood? When you feel that expressions are complex, then this is the method. Okay, then so otherwise you can also write like this. Then okay, now that's so this is subqueries. With this subqueries is what, sir? Completed. Okay, now that. So we'll see the next topic next class. Okay.